man who ate the contaminated fish collapses in the hospital and is pronounced dead. But suddenly, he comes back to life, infected, convulsing, and violently attacks a nurse. Within minutes, the infection begins to spread across the hospital. It all began when scientists warned the world of a crisis unlike anything before. Global temperatures were hitting record highs every year. As polar glaciers melted, ancient bacteria were released into the oceans, killing millions of fish. Several nations are already grappling with severe food shortages. Many now believe that this may mark the beginning of humanity's end. A decade later, while much of the world suffers from starvation due to climate change, Thailand remains one of the few places with adequate food supplies. To ensure these resources are distributed fairly, the government relies on a small group to deliver food to designated distribution centers. Amid this, Singh and his partner are preparing to deliver a shipment of fish. When they reach their delivery destination, they discover that looters have overrun the area. Singh, who is an experienced boxer, jumps out of the vehicle and begins fighting off the attackers one by one. His partner joins the effort, and together they manage to beat the group and reclaim their delivery. Still, some crates are broken during the altercation. When they deliver the remaining goods, the supervisor isn't pleased about the broken containers and reduces their payment. Meanwhile, a high-level business meeting is underway, discussing the same fish which are expected to help feed the entire Thai population. The meeting is led by Mr. Vasu, a powerful businessman who believes fish can improve people's health. During the meeting, one of the participants takes a bite of the fish, but moments later, he begins coughing up blood and bleeding from the mouth. Back at home, Singh arrives injured, worrying his wife, Rin. She urges him to leave the city before things spiral further out of control, and Singh tries to reassure her, saying they'll leave soon. Rin is a nurse and leaves for her hospital shift, accompanied by Buddy, her friend's son. After handling an emergency surgery, Rin is asked by the head doctor to go up to the 10th floor to attend to Mr. Vasu's wife. At the same time, the man who got sick from the fish is rushed to the hospital. As he's wheeled into the operating room, he vomits blood and convulses violently. Later, the patient appears to die, but moments later, a nurse notices his body begins to twitch, and before the nurse can react, he attacks her. Meanwhile, Rin and a doctor are walking nearby when they see medical staff fleeing. Suddenly, the bleeding man leaps out and kills a nurse in front of them. An emergency alert instructs people to avoid the hospital. Upon hearing the announcement, Singh rushes toward the hospital, where a large crowd has gathered. Soldiers are trying to control the situation when a body falls from an upper floor. A soldier approaches to help her, but she attacks him viciously. Singh fights his way into the hospital where people are running from the infected. Rin is hiding in a room, watching helplessly as the doctor with her is injured. Peeking outside, she sees the hallway mostly empty. But when she turns back, she finds the doctor in another room, now turned into a zombie and devouring another man. He attacks her, but falling shelves block his path, giving her time to escape. As she runs, she hears Singh's voice over the radio calling for her. She tries to respond, but the power goes out. Elsewhere, Singh makes his way to the stairs, where Buddy is cornered by an infected person. Singh jumps in and saves Buddy, who reveals that he knows Rin. Since his mother and Rin are close, Singh assumes Rin is nearby too and asks Buddy to guide him. Elsewhere, a security guard and a little girl try to seek help from the military, but the soldiers shoot them both, revealing a brutal protocol. The military has decided to eliminate the hospital entirely to prevent the virus from spreading to the capital. Soldiers plant explosives throughout the building with a 3-hour countdown. Meanwhile, Rin reaches the communication room, but it's locked. A security guard with the keys is nearby, but he's about to turn. Rin carefully tries to retrieve the keys, but he suddenly lunges at her. She manages to kick him off, unlocks the door, and barricades herself inside. She tries to contact Singh over the radio, but the equipment isn't working. Looking at the security monitors, she sees that the infected are now everywhere in the hospital. Singh and Buddy head to the 5th floor, where Buddy believes his mother might be. On the way, they encounter a zombie in a wheelchair. Buddy bursts out laughing and accidentally alerts more zombies. Singh fights them off, and the two escape into a room, blocking the door behind them. Inside, they find an elderly patient and his son, both clearly on the verge of turning into zombies. Other zombies manage to break the glass on the door. Singh finds an escape route through the window and shouted for Buddy to follow him. They climbed up the building's external pillars to get upstairs. However, Buddy got stuck midway and was nearly caught by an infected, but Singh came back and saved him once again. They finally reached the room where Buddy's mother was. Buddy rushed to hug her, but Singh quickly noticed the bite marks on her body. She handed Singh Buddy's inhaler and told him that Rin was on the 10th floor. Knowing her time was almost up, she asked Singh to take her son with him. Though Buddy tried to stay with his mom, Singh forcefully carried him away. Moments later, she fully turned into a zombie and Buddy's cries attracted more of the undead, but Singh kept fighting them off as they made their way upward. Meanwhile, Rin had tracked down Mr. Vasu's room after spotting him on the security monitors. She knocked on his door frantically until he let her in. Seeing his wife in critical condition and running out of blood, Mr. Vasu pleaded with Rin to fetch more blood for her. The military had issued an order to safely evacuate Mr. Vasu and his wife, but Mr. Vasu's wife was in a dire condition. A helicopter full of soldiers landed on the rooftop to extract Mr. Vasu while Singh and Buddy were still making their way to the 10th floor. Rin headed out to find more blood for Vasu's wife, but the hallways were overrun with infected. She took a safer route and slipped quietly into another room. Singh eventually reached the 10th floor and came across Rin's necklace with her ring still attached. Just then, he spotted her being chased by zombies down the hall. Without hesitation, Singh shouted to draw the zombies toward himself. He grabbed a hospital bed and pushed it into the group of infected, fighting with everything he had. The soldiers had also arrived and joined the struggle. They located Mr. Vasu and managed to evacuate him and his wife. Rin, trapped in a room, finally saw Singh through a window. She climbed out and tried to escape, but a zombie chased her. Buddy used the fire extinguisher to cloud the zombie's vision and give Rin a chance to hide, but the zombie still found her and cornered her. At the last moment, Singh burst into the room and brutally took down the creature. Meanwhile, the soldiers were locked in a fight with more infected. As they tried to leave, Singh was suddenly shot by mistake. Rin ran to him, but the soldiers held her back and forced her to move. Thankfully, the bullet had only hit Singh's shoulder. As the infected closed in again, Singh managed to get up and join the fight. He even battled the soldiers when necessary, including one who nearly choked him unconscious. Until a zombie attacked the soldier mid-fight. Singh managed to defeat him just before the zombie finished the job. Rin dragged Singh into a room and laid him on a bed to tend to his wounds. As he slowly recovered, he apologized to her for always putting her in danger. He then took a ring from his pocket and slid it onto her finger. Suddenly, Buddy heard something outside and went to investigate. He found that one of the soldiers had turned into a zombie and quickly warned Rin and Singh. When the zombie entered the room, Singh threw alcohol bottles at it to distract it, then lit it on fire, giving them time to escape. While navigating through the chaos, they encountered Mr. Vasu and his wife, who was close to turning. Rin urged him to leave her and save himself, but he chose to stay and was eaten by her wife. Singh, Rin, and Buddy finally reached the parking lot. Singh stayed back to hold off the zombies and told Rin and Buddy to go on without him. Though she was reluctant at first, Rin finally ran off with Buddy. Singh held back the incoming horde with everything he had and locked himself inside a car. Rin and Buddy made it to the rooftop, where a soldier checked them for signs of infection. Rin begged him to wait just 5 more minutes for Singh. Meanwhile, Singh continued his last stand inside the car. The zombies began surrounding it, smashing the windows. Singh grabbed a wrench and kept fighting, but just as the horde overwhelmed the vehicle, it suddenly exploded. On the rooftop, the soldiers decided to leave. Rin pleaded with them, but they ignored her and shut the helicopter doors. As the aircraft lifted off, Rin broke down, believing Singh had died in the blast. But Singh had miraculously survived. He had escaped through a pipeline and emerged still alive. With only 3 minutes left on the detonation timer, he made his way to the roof. Rin saw him through the window and called out to him, but the door was locked and the helicopter had already taken off. Singh looked up at her, helpless, as the undead surged toward him once again. Rin cried desperately as he vanished from view, and moments later, the entire building was blown apart. As Rin held Buddy, devastated by what had happened, Singh crawled out from the wreckage, still breathing, still fighting.